So boom, today we have Gillie talking about doing business with blacks versus doing business with whites. Let's watch.
The youngins out there that's up and coming, man. You know what the realest shit I can tell you is, don't you believe in these niggas. You ain't gonna get no money with these niggas. They gonna call you up, they gonna tell you how good of a job you doing, they gonna tell you we need to work something out, we need to figure shit out. You're never gonna get money with the niggas. No, but they talk all that shit about the white man. The white man's gonna be the one that sock it to your motherfucking pocket. I know it's gonna be a bunch of angry niggas mad at me today. How you gonna say that because you niggas don't break bread? Shut up. I don't respect you niggas. We really get back to the community. We really do everything we say we gonna do. You niggas don't break no bread with nobody. You niggas don't try to help other niggas get money, man. And I'm tired of acting like you do. All you niggas is fake as shit, man. Don't hate me, nigga. Hate the gang.
Now, I agree and disagree with him in two ways. We're going to talk about the way that I agree with him first. We're going to go over that. Then we'll get to the disagreement. So the way that I agree with him is, I keep it so real. We keep it 500,000 over here, bro. When it comes to dealing with niggas in business, a lot of times niggas be janky. That's just what it is. When we talk about supporting somebody's business, or even when it comes to doing business partnerships and shit, we're black. So I can't really speak to, white on white business, them doing business with each other than when you point at certain shit that I'm not going to name because, motherfuckers get upset and stuff like that. We can't really speak on what they do so much, but I know what I see in the black community, what I see amongst just niggas throughout, not in just my community, throughout America, specifically America. Dr. Umar himself said, when he was on the Breakfast Club this last time that, one of the issues he had with getting the school open is he was going through black contractors for a bunch of stuff to get a bunch of stuff done, and they wasn't getting the job done. They was just janky. But when he finally said, you know what, you got to do what you got to do, and gave the money to the white people, they got the job done. They did what the niggas couldn't, unfortunately. So when it come down to it, even if we put it in the context of what Gillie's saying, as far as like he talking about, like, the realm that he be in. He do podcasts and he done did music and stuff like that. Birdman is who he did business with, and Birdman got to keep it so real. When you look at Birdman and Gillie, like, he don't really. Gillie says he never missed out on no checks or nothing like that. But Baby and Wayne have had their issues when it came to the business and putting the music out and things like that. They had a little feud, whatever it was. But Bangladesh was a producer. He produced a Millie and he produced 6 foot, 7 foot. There was a big legal battle with a Millie and stuff like that. It lasted years. He finally got that resolved. Then he did 6 foot, 7 foot. He started working with Wayne again. And guess what? From my recollection, he didn't get paid again. So he had to go through the same legal channels and all that. So, it's just from that standpoint, I could see where he's coming from. And even from a more general, more broad standpoint, it's a lot of janky niggas when we talk about doing business. It's just what it is. I'm not about to sit here and do no black business conference ass bullshit. Like, oh, we need to support niggas who, are doing bad jobs and hope that they gonna get good one day because they incompetent and they don't do what the fuck they supposed to. We not about to do that. Because this is the thing. I'm gonna just before I get into the other shit that I disagree with, I'm gonna say this. The way that I feel about black business is when it comes to all business, people really don't give that much of a fuck for the most part, whatever the business is. If you got a business that caters to all types of people, if you got a business that just caters to women, if you got a business that just caters to black women, if you got a business like a food business to where anybody with a stomach can come through. The only things that matter is if you got good marketing, if you got good logistics as far as like location and things like that. But most importantly, because you could say a bunch of other stuff matters. What matters is if The product is valuable and good. If you are delivering value at a high level, it won't matter if you were a green motherfucker. Niggas is coming through to get that product. That's just what it is. And the fact that people try to lean on like the struggle and the struggle, like I get it. I get it. I get it. To an extent, I get it. But if you get in business, your whole thing, you should be trying to set a standard to where when people come and fuck with you, it's always a great professional experience. If you can't deliver that, you shouldn't be in business. Period, point blank. If you cannot deliver that the majority of the time, if you cannot have a high customer satisfaction rating, you're going to be out of business. Just keeping it so real. But if you can't do that, if you're not capable, you shouldn't even be in business. That's just what it is. Value is universal. When it comes to white people, they don't be like, man, support my business because I'm white. When it comes to Filipino people and just any other type of people you can think of, they don't be like, support my shit. But no, no, no. We go and eat Chinese food because we like Chinese food. And Chinese food is good. You go to Star Nails with, the Asians and stuff like that because they do a good job on your nails. And you are not even their race and things like that. So you do the business in a way that's going to be conducive to you getting money. And don't blame, if it's not legit, don't blame it on you being black or that niggas need to have patience with you because you black and stuff like that. Do good business. Stop making fucking excuses. If you can't do the business the way it's supposed to be done, you're going to get the fuck out of here anyway, but you shouldn't even put your hat in the ring. So that's my first point. Second point where I disagree with him. When it comes down to it, just because we got some janky niggas out here, because there are black people who do great business, phenomenal business, and just really solid people just all around the board. We got those. We absolutely have those. But just because you got some black people to do bad business, that doesn't mean the white people just always straightforward. They always get it right. They just do the best business every fucking trip. That don't mean that. That's bullshit. And I'm going to tell you how it's crazy that he said this. I understand he's saying that because of his experience and his situation. I get it. But you have to get outside yourself a little bit when you give this general, feedback, information, guidance, and all that stuff. You got to get a little bit outside yourself. Because what was that boy's name? Jerry Heller or whatever his name was, a dude with Ruthless Records and all that stuff that they made. Ice Cube left and he was in Straight Outta Compton and they villainized him and all that stuff because he was doing bad business and he was putting him in slave deals and stuff like that. That's a white guy. What about, Leor Cohen and stuff like that? Hey, man, I don't know a lot about the business that Leor Cohen does, but I do know Dame Dash stay on his heels. I do know some of the things that Dame Dash has said, and I think even Kanye has spoken about him. But hey, what about the people Kanye be speaking about? What about them? They doing good business all around the book. I mean, if you just look at the record industry in general, how many artists complain about getting fucked in their deals? How many? Now, granted, there are some black people attached to those deals that the rappers and singers are getting fucked in. There are some for some of these rappers and artists and stuff like that. But in some cases, there is no nigga involved. In some cases, there is no black person involved and they are still getting butt fucked by the label. And my point to that is, when you look at that, the record industry, and look, I noticed the record industry is trash when it comes to business. Music industry is the worst fucking industry when it comes to business dealings on the planet. I do not think there is a worse, and don't get it twisted, it's lucrative, but as far as how the money gets broke down, as far as everything, I don't think there's anything worse than that. Period, point blank. Now, when you look at and this is what he failed to realize, he went into a completely different industry. The podcast industry is not the music industry. It's not the music industry. If you look at the Joe Rogan deal, what did he get? Like 200 million? Excuse me. Joe Rogan's deal was worth 250 million. 250 million. You got cats like Bill Simmons. They was throwing out all types of money. I can't remember what the Joe Budden podcast got. I can't remember. But listen, niggas was getting big bags. Think about that. You got Gillie. You got Joe Budden. You got Cameron and Mace. I can guarantee you, because of how the industry is new and how they got all this bread and how they doing good business and stuff like that, the money that these cats got from this shit, they never got a bag like that from rap. I can guarantee you that they never got a contract where it's like, bruh, 20 million, 100 million, whatever it's going to be like, bruh. I guarantee you, none of the people I name got those types of deals where it was like, bruh, we giving you tens of millions, if not 100 million, if not 200 million, if not 250 million. This is the biggest bags they seen because this is a brand new industry. It's a more profitable industry. And that's just what it is. So the business is going to be different. The music industry is janky as fuck no matter who you're dealing with. That's just a fact. So let me know your thoughts on this. I'm out.